Please make sure your phones are silent. Our first speaker this morning is a certified peer support specialist and trainer consultant at the University of Maryland, Baltimore. He champions early intervention programs at facilities across the state of Maryland, one of which he spent time in as a patient with bipolar I and psychosis. He is a true representation of the slogan that recovery truly looks different for everyone, and that the mind and emotions can be coped with and harnessed as opposed to a detriment to his life's success. He shares the insights from his lived experience in this morning's talk. Conquer the mind and harness the gift. Be authentic. Be you. Be limitless. Please welcome to the stage, Sean Sko Romero Driscoll.
If your son has another episode of psychosis, he may not return to a normal baseline or live a normal life in the world. Shepard Pratt, psychiatrist, to my parents. You need to go to college. You're wasting your time. You'll never be a famous musician. Who do you think you are? Jay-Z? Gym teacher for school at autism I worked at 5 years ago. Are you ready for my favorite? You'll never be able to remain stable with your bipolar without medication. Every psychiatrist ever. But what if all of those people were wrong? And what if the only voice that I could truly trust was the delusional one inside my gut, giving me the opportunity to do things my way? Bipolar, that's just the start. Life as I knew it would never be the same. My life was now the life of a ping pong ball. My time spent bouncing back and forth to the hospital 3 times over 3 months as my mind smacked between symptoms, side effects, schoolwork, highs and lows that put pits in my stomach like the Superman at Six Flags, except that my mania was a thrill with seemingly no end to the ride. Picture this, 15 years old, a day before the 3rd basketball game of the season. Mom worried, dad worried, neighbors out to get me, uncontrollable crying, uncontrollable laughing, yelling, and then, as if it was all a dream, I wake up. I wake up somewhere I had never seen before with a stranger looking at me. My reality shattered. I had a basketball game. I was being informed that I would no longer be attending, and I now saw my parents as much as my Aunt Pam for an hour in the evening at most. 2 weeks later, I'm back at school on a medication cocktail as if I was a science experiment. And now I'm drowsy, stressed from all the makeup work, and embarrassed by my tremor and my inability to keep up with anything in my life. Back to sleep. 3 weeks later, I'm back at school. 5 weeks worth of makeup work, 2 new medications, 2 new side effects, cystic acne and weight gain, 2 separate lives. Who would want to date the crazy kid who can't stop crying with pimples all over his face? Similar to a hangover, I'd had 1 too many cocktails and just wanted the nightmare that was my reality to end. Take Sean off all medications except for Abilify. I knew I had to go back to the hospital this time, as I couldn't tell what was real and what wasn't. But I knew something just wasn't right. Why can't things just be normal again? Here's why. You see, there are 2 major schools of thought when it comes to treating health in America and beyond, and in America it dates back a couple of centuries. You have naturopathic and allopathic. Naturopathic, germs are unavoidable and inevitable, and allopathic, germ theory. All germs are bad, kill germs, cure disease. By the late 1800s, there was no telling which one was clinically more superior than the other. Here's what shifted the playing field. Marching band drum roll, please. The philanthropic efforts of this guy's family. They poured money into the emerging American Medical Association that supported the allopathic approach. And we all know what happens when money gets involved in America, don't we? Allopathic got elevated to the top, and naturopathic kicked to the curb. Allopathic believes in fighting fire with fire and solving the problem inside ourselves with chemicals. And naturopathic believes in never allowing the fire to start in the first place with better self-care. And the problem that we've made as a society is thinking that the solution is either or. Here's the problem with that approach. We made it all about one winning and the other losing at the expense of our own health and self-care. Let's take a look at how that manifests. Excuse me, let me get my fact sheet over here. Yeah. Obesity rates have tripled over the last 60 years, and today, 70% of Americans are either overweight or obese. From 1970 to 80, fast food ballooned in production and sales by 300%, while commercial high-yielding fruits, such as apples, oranges, and bananas, have lost 25 to 50% of their nutritional value. For over 2 decades, beginning in 1990, depression increased by 50% worldwide, and in 2021, 65% of all adults in the United States are prescribed medications, which is the same number that eat fast food on any given day today. If you think those are just numbers, do me a favor. Raise your hand if you or someone in your household takes a prescription medication. I want you to look around the room. Keep your hands up. I want you to look around the room. That's allopathic medicine in action. And in case all those numbers didn't give you a clue, this isn't working. This system disregards preventative measures, and it's not proactive. It doesn't discuss enough self-care. Medications and safe places to talk are great, but they're not a cure-all to ignore daily tasks to take care of ourselves. There is no quick fix. Medications are good and needed, even for me at one point, but they're simply not enough. I'm not anti-med. I'm anti-meds alone will solve all of our problems. I'm anti-meds are the only way. I'm not saying throw out allopathic completely, simply finding balance for what works for the individual, because one size doesn't fit all. I'm living proof that's just not the case. It's so funny. The bipolar guy's up here talking about off meds, talking about finding balance and keeping calm. All jokes aside, though, let's talk about side effects, because most of the time, that's no laughing matter. Side effects. The drug companies make it seem so soothing in those commercials. If you take lisinopril for high blood pressure, for instance, serious side effects include the possibility that the whites of your eyes turn yellow, your skin turns yellow. That can be a sign of liver problems. You're paler than usual, feel tired, dizziness or fainting, bleeding from the gums or bruising more easily than usual, a sore throat, fever, or you get infections more easily. These can be signs of a blood or bone marrow disorder. You could have severe stomach pain, a sign of an inflamed pancreas. Signs of kidney problems associated with lisinopril include swollen ankles, blood in your pee, or not peeing at all. Whoa. I'm sorry, that might have been a lot to digest at 9:07, 9:08 in the morning. Let me ease some of that pain with some of the more milder symptoms. I mean side effects, because wait, there's more. Persistent dry cough, blurred vision, headache, vomiting, and my personal favorite, diarrhea. Holy crap, bipolar Batman. Is it me, or do some of those symptoms sound worse than the original problem? Oh, man. Speaking of bipolar, if you, like me, are diagnosed with bipolar or psychosis and you happen to be prescribed Abilify, you might want to be aware of the class action lawsuit that came out in 2016. Symptoms of that lawsuit included hypersexuality, binge eating, and compulsive gambling. I know because I experienced every single one of them. I really wish my psychiatrist would have just told me about that lawsuit. Again, I want to reiterate, though, I'm not anti-med, as they did have a place in my stabilization and in my recovery as a whole. But I have the right to know the risk, and so do you. Oh, go back, my bad. Getting ahead of myself here. Our self-care, our self-care is our choice. Whether we're naturopathic or allopathic, our self-care is our responsibility. It's the only thing that we can truly control, the person looking back at us in the mirror. Speaking of choices, though, let's talk about the good old food pyramid that we all come to know and love over the years. Here we are, now we're there. And discuss the meat and potatoes of the shift in health, starring Big Food and Big Pharma. Oh boy, when I was on Abilify, boy did I put that binge eating to use. My weekend midnight snack consisted of 2 beefy Frito burritos, a 3 soft taco supreme with a Baja Blast, and my personal favorite fast food dessert of all time, a 12-pack Cinnabon Delight. That meal had more calories in it than I eat now in 2 days. But one thing's for certain, I got enough protein at that Taco Bell drive-thru, I'll tell you that much. When I decided that I was going to get off meds, I knew that I had to do something different. I was 275 pounds, exhausted and miserable. What did I have to lose? I was on one medicine for 10 years and only found out about side effects at year 9, and it got me here. New med, new side effect. It was all a risk. I knew that if I tried something different, I'd have 99 problems, but side effects wouldn't be one. As the voice inside my gut, being suffocated by Taco Bell daily, begged me to consider a different approach. What could the future look like? Well, at that point, to be honest, I had no idea and was petrified. But on the other side of that fear, because of the choices that I made, I realized that my life could be just like the one that I envisioned for myself as a kid, like Eminem or like the Backstreet Boys, Limitless. What if I could? What if I could do it without meds? What if I could control my mind? To find the answer, I turned to 2 people that, to my knowledge, had no mental illness at all. I know, wonderful idea, right? My best friend, Zach, and David Goggins. Zach, he gave me daily discipline. No fast food, water like it's medicine. And the gym was, as he said, like brushing your teeth. It was no longer a choice. It was life or death of the life as I knew it. Both of those things happened as I became someone I had never seen before. David Goggins, he had the mindset. He was 300 pounds, spraying for cockroaches as an exterminator when he decided that he was exhausted and miserable and wanted to do something about it. And he lost 100 pounds, faced all of his fears, and became a Navy SEAL in his late 20s. He said he did so by callousing his mind and seeking discomfort daily. Whatever that was, I needed it. I lived it, I breathed it, and it sucked. But I had to. It was here or the fetal position at the inpatient unit. And it was a lot of work, as you can see. But I tuned out the noise and prepared for the cold world in the cold shower, and I found my authentic voice I had as a kid along the way. Now, I'm not saying that cold showers and saunas are some spa day relief package, or that you should just go off your medicine with bipolar. I was underneath of the care of my psychiatrist the whole time, and I did so at an appropriate time. And I still see my psychiatrist and my therapist to this day. But I found my own path to recovery. And regardless of that path, there is no magic pill. By the way, David was not some neuroscientist in the traditional sense, but his principles were that of one. He wasn't some doctor, but it was that of a neuroscientist. Retraining the loops in your mind to go beyond what it currently believes it's capable of. Imagining and becoming daily? What if I and others knew that it could be something other than an illness, perhaps a gift to be explored but still managed? And now, as a songwriter, business owner, and pop star you just haven't heard of yet, who trains and consults at the University of Maryland, Baltimore School of Medicine in psychiatry, I'd say that it's a pretty safe bet that there is something more than just that illness after all, without needing to go to Six Flags at all. I can't stress this enough. This talk isn't about me. It's about what this journey could do for an entire community of people. I'm not a voice for the voiceless. I'm a voice reminding others that they have one. Because when people find their authentic voice, they become more confident in who they are and more transparent about their shortcomings. This leads to less bullying, less disconnect, less fear, less limits, more questions and authentic connection. I went from being an overweight, acne-riddled, insecure adolescent and young adult to a successful entrepreneur, mental health advocate, certified peer support specialist, and future Grammy Award winner. You'll hear, I'm telling you, it's good. What's my point here? If meds were the only way, my voice wouldn't be as authentic as it is now. I'd be at worst morbidly obese and disabled, and at best in the background. You see, bipolar it's a condition that you have, but it's not who you are. And what you decide to do with it is ultimately up to your ability to focus on what you can control within yourself and the choices you make along that path. So, do me a favor. Let's come together. Let's ask enough questions. Let's get to the root. And let's seek understanding of a person's potential before we place limits on what they're capable of based on our preconceived notions about their journey with their diagnosis. Let's create a kinder community of unity and understanding together without needing to pay for a ticket to the theme park at all. Thank you. I told you that there's a gift to be explored here, and I'm going to show you a gift that it gave me. Before I introduce my guest on piano, I'm going to wear this hat. This hat is the hat of a student that I spoke to at my alma mater, Eastern Tech High School, a year ago. He's an entrepreneur. He's in college now, and he stayed in touch with me, and I loved the message, Beam of Life. And it just felt so fitting to wear his hat today and honor Ross for being an entrepreneur and going after life his way. Introducing my lovely and amazing little brother and pianist, Isaiah Free. I'll give it up for Isaiah for a second. Isaiah has challenges of his own, and one thing that I've helped him understand and I've learned from with him is to not allow people to tell us what we're capable of, as I've been talking about. And someone in his class told him that it was impractical for him to play the piano for a living. And I said, Isaiah, if you learn anything from me, first of all, he's only in middle school, come on. Keep playing, and don't ever allow the world to tell you what you're capable of. You trust your gut and you keep going. So today, he's going to be singing a song, or playing, and I'm going to be singing a song that I wrote in 10 minutes to display the gift of bipolar. It's called Be You, and it was about manifesting this moment right now. Oh, I forgot this part. I'm sorry, I almost forgot. There's a video that accompanies it, and I have some people that helped out with putting it together. So I'm going to have that play while it's silent, so there should be no, it's silent, so it should be in the background there. If it's going to play. Let's try it. Do I have to play? What do I got to do here? Oh, hold on there. They're working it out. We'll let them do their magic. It's a YouTube video. There we go. Oh. See if we can, is it playing there? Was working yesterday. Not playing? All right, well, I'll tell you what. There's a video that dropped at 9 a.m. with the actual song in the background. It's a beautiful video. If we don't get it to play, Leah, where are you? I'm sorry, but you are included in with your family. It's a bunch of people being connected and doing what they love in this video while this song plays. I'm going to be doing this song regardless with Isaiah, and I'm going to go back one more time. See if we can get it to play one more time. And if not, guess what? We're going to roll with the punches because that's what we got to do sometimes in life. It's at my YouTube channel, and you can find it at that site. You'll be able to find it on the site. So please check it out because there's people in here that helped put it together. And to honor them, I released it at 9 a.m. with the actual song in the background. All right? Here we go. Ready, Isaiah? Stadium spotlight, we drop at midnight. Touchdown LA. Oh, I hope you're ready now. Think the world is ready now. Oh, it could just be you. Why can't you be you? You could just be you. Just be. Just be you. Why can't you be you? It's time to love who you are. We need you. Don't need stadium spotlight to find yourself. Do what makes you happy. It's time to believe in you. Oh, time for you to see it through. Oh, you could just be you. Why can't you be you? You could just be you. Just be who you are. We need more of you. You could just be you. Why can't you be you? It's time to love who you are. We need you. We need you. Isaiah, come on up, come on up, come on up.
Sean Sco Romero Driscoll and Isaiah Freed.
Here, hold your hand, hold your hand.